4 years ago, we left the city to escape the grid and its outrageous cost of living. We moved deep into the woods of Tennessee with the goal to live a more conscious and simple life.
Water matters. This week marks a huge step in that journey, our biggest solar upgrade yet. After 4 years of trial, error, and learning everything from scratch, we finally built a system that gives us the power to live how we want.
Without compromise. Bringing us one step closer to self-dependency and one step further from a self-serving system.
Since we're upgrading our solar, we're able to add more things to the house that require power. Incremental saving and determination paired alongside the help of some truly incredible people, we've designed and installed a system that is tailored to us. We just hooked up a 48-volt solar system. We've had power this whole time, but this is just something...
We have a lot of power now.
A lot of power and something way cooler in my opinion. Join us this week to see how it's changed everything.
Before we begin, we'd like to take a minute to talk about how we even got here, and to thank the sponsor of today's episode, our friends over at Landstruck.
This entire off-grid journey started with 20 acres of raw land, and if it weren't for owner financing and Landstruck, this would not have been possible. Landstruck made it possible for us to be landowners without banks, no credit checks, just a simple, honest process that gave us a shot at building this life.
Landstruck doesn't just sell you land and disappear. These folks have actually become our friends. They care about helping people like us. People looking to homestead, go off-grid, buy a bug-out property, or even just find a recreational piece of land to get away from it all.
They help with the real stuff too, like building access roads into your land and answering questions about your unrestricted property, you name it.
And since the land is unrestricted, you can live on it while you build, which is a game changer, especially if you're doing all the work yourself.
Another huge plus is they don't run credit checks, but they do run a background check. This helps keep the properties as safe as possible.
It's honestly the most solid experience we've found after sifting through all the potential scams out there.
So if you're dreaming about going off-grid or starting a homestead, definitely check out our friends at landstruck.com.
They offer reasonable down payments and are people who actually care about your success. We'll drop a link and contact information in the description so you can browse their available tracks and call with any questions.
If you decide to buy land, make sure to mention Off-Grid and Growing for a special discount on your document fees.
Thank you so much again to Landstruck for supporting this episode and to helping so many people take that first step toward land ownership.
Now let's get into this week's episode. Upgrading our solar is not only going to add more comfortability to our lives here off-grid, but it's going to put the power back in our hands instead of a third party like the electric company.
And best of all, no more electric bill.
That's the reason, one of the reasons we're doing this whole life is we don't like paying bills, and getting rid of the electric bill is a major step for us. Over the years, we've had pretty limited battery storage, which has stopped us from having appliances like a refrigerator or running an air conditioner, which has, like we said, affected our comfortability inside that dome, and it gets hot in there.
Sweltering hot. Even if it's a cool temperature like this outside, the dome can be unbearable.
It can be 100 degrees in there. Let's see if we're able to achieve what we haven't been able to 4 years being off-grid.
It's absolutely way too hot for us in the dome at this time of day. And it's only it's a mild 78 degrees outside, but with just straight sun, no clouds, it's brutal. The culprit. Shall we hit the pond? It's very, very hot, like super, super hot. One of the best things about these super hot days is that we collect a lot of solar power, but the downside is we all die in here if we have to be in the dome. And we just went outside, everybody went and got wet in the pond. And while they're all nice and cool and resting, I'm just sitting here sweating, just sweating to death. Before we can begin our solar upgrade, we need to construct something that will hold our panels.
I think I got everything to build this solar ground mount. I'm not looking forward to 18 bags of concrete having to mix. My father is on his way, and we're both looking forward to working on this project together.
Gary?
Yeah, because they want that sugar too.
Beautiful.
And look who made it safely.
I'm here. We already captured a beehive. Got one more beehive.
There we go.
What am I going to do today?
There's plenty of stuff to do around here. Squaring things is not my favorite thing to do, but we got it.
Pretty good at that. Is that your chisel?
Yeah. Kind of works. I'm so glad these are done. Now I can stop focusing on this for a few days while this dries and go take care of some other things that need done.
Even though we spend our days working hard, we choose to have slow mornings centered around our family. Good morning.
Got away from you. Sally's obsessed with the frogs that are in this pond, and there's a lot. You should hear it at nighttime. It's crazy the noise they make. They're kind of cool. Oh, it's good today.
All right. Minus that, you'll just need turned a little bit, so well, I guess the cord can hang that way.
Good.
That's right. Heat be gone.
Heat be gone. I mean, at the very minimum, it's going to help some with putting that tarp over top of the skylight, stopping the sunlight from coming inside.
Yeah, we're not going to fight the heat this summer. We're going to do whatever we can. And now that we're upgrading our solar system, and we can add things with more power, we're going to get this exhaust up there, get some air moving, and hopefully eventually try the air conditioner that we bought last year that didn't touch it at all in here.
Well, it's hot up here.
Is it?
It's hot.
You got
Actually
this.
hard to breathe.
Well, that's also because you're a little scared, so just relax.
I'm not scared. I'm just like,
Well,
yeah,
you're wobbly. Yeah, no, I know you're afraid
I don't
of
like
heights.
heights.
I don't like them either.
All right, I'm going to drop the fishing line down. Here it goes.
There it's coming. Nope, it just hit that second point.
Here? No? You're going
Right
the
there,
wrong way.
yep. It's right there. Let's see. It says 27.2. So I'm going to send this up to Sean because he says it's very hot.
I mean, look at me. I'm glistening.
And I will see the difference. Hold on, I got to... And we'll let that go. We'll check back. He's just pouring sweat.
And they're yelling at me for not moving quick enough. It's hot. 54.7 degrees Celsius.
54? 129 degrees Fahrenheit.
So now you're with me in Iraq.
129. Wow.
Turn it on.
Leave the temperature thing up there so we can monitor.
50.
0.7?
It's going down. It's going down. Holy crap. 50.6.
Woo!
50.5. I hope this works, like, considerably. This wasn't as easy as we thought it was going to be.
Oh, on the shelf.
You got it?
Yep.
Rub it in. Look how awesome it's looking. Soon as we'll be collecting all the power we need to run our geodesic dome. You excited?
Super. How you doing, guy? You're tight. It's a little. Are you getting too little tight? You good? I don't want you getting too tight. Oh no, you're fine. There you go. Hi, my friend. You nice and cool under here, you little dirt hole. Don't overdo it.
And so, I got it perfectly on.
Feed and screws and off.
This thing's solid. Barely any movement. I haven't even put any supports on it yet. This thing is definitely future-proof. We're going to be able to add, I think, double the solar panels that we have in the future if we upgrade.
Awesome.
Yeah, but I think this will withstand the weather we get up here.
You probably can't hear the thunder over the generator, but it's about to start pouring. It's dripping a little bit on us. I have the GoPro, so we should be good to work in it as long as no lightning, but we don't have much more to do out here, so we're gonna work through the rain.
Sounds cool. Almost ready for panels.
It looks really nice.
The weather's been our major stopping force in finishing this thing.
I know. And a force it definitely has been.
But
it's sturdy.
it's sturdy. I'm confident that when we put panels on, when we get weather like this, it ain't going anywhere.
Right. Come on, buddy! Don't leave me behind!
Things are looking up, at least for now, but notice what's happening here on
We didn't let the rain stop us. We decided to get started on the solar components that will be housed indoors.
Can you tell me what this is?
Yeah, this is our solar inverter and charge controller. Basically, it's going to be the brain of our entire solar system. But basically what it does, it's going to invert the power from DC to AC so we can actually utilize it inside the house.
Is a massive battery.
Yes, it is.
Our biggest battery ever.
Very cool.
It looks so high tech.
It is high tech. We are doing a major solar upgrade. This is awesome.
And me too. I'm going too.
Parents are buying us a refrigerator so we can actually properly store food for once. The little cooler refrigerator that we've had has done us right for the past year and a half, but this is going to be a major upgrade. Major solar upgrade comes major home upgrade.
Full beans.
Nice fridge. When you're upgrading your solar, you upgrade the house appliances. So we're actually going to be able to store a lot more food now that we have this, especially with a freezer.
New
It's
fridge?
awesome.
Jessica,
Old
I'm
fridge.
hungry.
And we won't have to dig through it because we have to typically dig to get in through the
But-
food and pull things out.
Is there
so
cheese still in there?
I think so.
But that little cooler actually did us right for the longest time.
It sure does.
We would have.
We're rocking it for years now.
We've been rocking it for a few years, and it was the godsend to have it. Just, we got an upgrade now.
High five to that.
All right, thanks, Dad, for all your help. I hate to see you go every time, but
I need to go.
be seeing you soon anyway. I'm gonna be going to Jersey for a visit this summer. All right, get you down the hill.
Okay. You say you need my help. We have to put it up.
Yeah, can you grab the level?
Yep. It looks excellent. And the best thing about it?
What?
No electric bill.
No electric bill.
Did a fine job.
Well, thank you, my wife.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Get down.
So today's the day. We're going to have solar power charging this whole system, and hopefully everything runs smoothly. Hopefully there's no problems when we flip the switch.
Okay. Are they hot?
The wiring is the part we spent the most time preparing for, as we were rather inexperienced. But by the time of this install, we were quite confident. Takes tiny fingers. All right, everything's connected. Now all we have to do is go rewire the panels, flip it on, and hope our house doesn't burn down.
I can't believe we're at this part.
I know, right?
This is the last two connections before we get to turn it on. How do you feel?
Well, nervous.
I have, like, my heart's beating a little hard.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Just double check. Okay, that's the positive, so we're good. Everything's off down the hill, so
Yeah, it's all off,
It's all
right.
off, so I don't think anything's gonna happen yet.
No, my heart's beating hard about the fact that, like, one more connection and we get to turn the switch on.
We did this all ourselves. How crazy! We've come a long way in 4 years, haven't we?
We sure have.
This might
Especially as far as solar.
Yeah, this might seem like a simple thing to some people, but to us, this was completely a foreign language. You know.
Stop. Hear the cicadas are cheering you on there? Wee-oo, wee-oo.
Well, we are all connected. We're gonna have to clean this up back here, the way you put these wires and get them nice and tight.
Yeah, we'll tack them. Like, I got the tacks. I didn't mind doing that.
Okay, so the way that I wired this is I created two strings. I wired both these smaller panels and this larger panel in series, and I created a second string of the same in series of those three panels. And then what I did was I took those two strings and I connected them in parallel.
What do you mean by series and parallel?
So when you wire in series, you're raising the voltage. When you wire in parallel, you're raising the amperage. We've got a pretty long distance from our panels to our inverter charge controller combo box, the lead time. So we wanted to raise the voltage as high as we could without going over what the input limit of voltage that inverter could take. Depending on the charge controller inverter that you're using, you want to check what the limits are. With the voltage, if you go over its input limit, you can really damage the equipment. The amperage, I believe, it'll only accept what it'll accept. So if it says it'll accept 30 amps, even if you have 45 amps going to it, it'll only accept 30. But the voltage, it'll accept it all, and you can really damage your equipment. So you want to be careful. That's the reason we did the series parallel wiring, to kind of play with them numbers so that we could have enough voltage to get the power down to the dome without going over. Turning on.
We got power lights.
102.4 volts. We're within the requirements. This can take up to 145 volts. This is charging. Turn the breaker on our battery. Everything's on.
Yay!
And it says charging. We're charging. Holy crap. We did it.
We have power.
We have power. Let's see.
Turn it on. Turn the power switch.
Okay.
It lifts up from the bottom, I think. There you go. Boom.
Boom.
Look at that. Would you look at that? We got power.
We got power.
Oh yeah.
And it's on.
It's on. We got light. And
Awesome.
temp. It feels like success, right?
It does feel like success.
Yeah.
It is success.
I know. It took us a long time to get through this project. Thank you for being patient with us.
Yeah, this is definitely something we wanted to take our time on, make sure we had right, and that patience paid off in the end because we just hooked up a 48-volt solar system. We've had power this whole time, but this is just something,
We have a lot of power
a
now.
lot of power and something way cooler in my opinion. Freedom from the grid.
That's it.
And another kiss. Mwah. It's hot.
Super hot. Super hot.
It's like
Super humid too today, so you can't get dry. Like your skin's never dry in this humidity.
it's another hole in our floor.
Just another hole in the floor.
It's a lot of holes in our floor this episode.
Every hole that's in this floor is temperature related.
Yes.
It's either functioning our wood stove, pulling out hot air, bringing in cold air. It's all temperature related. Nice. Year 2 of trying.
Year 2. It's gonna work this time. Now that we've upgraded our solar system, it's allowing us to run much bigger appliances. We have a few others that we're going to be plugging in later episodes, but for now, the air conditioner, all the new fans that we have, it's making a huge difference in our comfortability, and just having this new solar upgrade is really improving the quality of our life. It's
Massively.
Massively. It's going to be so much better. It's better than it was last year because I remember she would be working, I would be sitting under a tree waiting until like 8 o'clock at night because we could not come in our house. It was just too hot, humid. There was no way for the air to escape. Now that we have that exhaust fan, it's moving air. We got air coming in. We have an air conditioner.
Yeah, it feels really nice.
I don't feel like we're living so primitively anymore. We're moving on up.
Now we're gonna track it and see how well it does.
Yeah, so
Keeping us cool.
I love it.
I love you too.
So we just got this whole system set up, and to our surprise, another battery showed up. David, you've been so kind to us that I honestly don't feel we deserve this kindness. You've helped us so much. This whole system wouldn't have even started if it wasn't for you getting us that charge controller, and then everything kind of snowballed from there with Landstruck helping and you helping even more with the second battery to just increase our battery storage. Like, I can't tell you how much we appreciate this from the bottom of our hearts. Like, we love you, man. You've been an amazing friend, and you've really helped us along on this journey. Thank you so much. Everybody, you know David as Hippocrates Garden on here. He's been in every single video in the chat, and an awesome guy, and I really hope that someday you get to make it here, or we get to make it to your property, and we can help each other with a project. Again, thanks, Dave. So what started us down the path of setting up a 48-volt system was the company Vetrar. I don't know how to say their name exactly, but we're going to go with that. It sounds fancy. They reached out to us and wanted us to review their 51.2-volt battery, which we were very happy to do. So I'm going to be doing a much more detailed video in its own dedicated video, but I wanted to go over a few things I noticed. So if anyone's interested in buying one, which our affiliate link will be in the description of this video, you'll have a little bit more information up front. One thing I do like about this battery is its price point. It's a little cheaper than some of the bigger name batteries, but doesn't really match up. If you're looking for a server rack battery that's going to work with your inverter system and give you a lot more power, this probably will work for you. I mean, it seems tough, it's heavy, it looks like it's well built, and so far as we've been using it, it hasn't given us any problems. I've seen in other people's reviews where it talks about it's protecting itself from oversurging and from the cold, and they've done reviews on it saying it works perfectly. So that's a plus for us, especially since we have such a problem in this dome with temperature control. I think that's going to be a big plus for us. We are going to put this to the test, and we're going to see if it holds up to what they promised. But again, thank you, Vetrar, for sending us this battery. You started us up on our 48-volt journey and a upgraded new solar system, and we hope that we really enjoy this battery.
The success of this project proves that we have the skills and determination to build the future we envision, one with all the comforts we desire, yet free from constraints of the grid.
So good.
I want to thank everybody for watching this week, and a special thank you to Landstruck for sponsoring this video for us, and to Vartraire for sending us the beautiful battery, as well as Dave for all of the components that he has sent us, and the battery, the extra surprise battery there at the end. Without you guys, this project wouldn't have
Wouldn't have
come
even
alive.
happened.
Yeah.
Not at all. We thank you so much. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And even all the viewers. You guys have been amazing. You've been very supportive of our journey here. And thank you. We really appreciate it. So if you're interested in one of the Vartraire batteries, our affiliate link will be in the description. If you're interested in buying off-grid land through Landstruck, give them a call and just mention our name, Off Grid and Growing, and you'll get that special discount.
I'd like to thank everybody again for watching, and remember, if you do like our content, please like and subscribe.
And join us for future vlogs where we continue to improve the quality of life here off-grid. Remember, everybody, keep growing.